All right, good morning, everybody. We made it to Friday. As I was talking about this week, we are starting Macbeth next week, and this is the No Fear Shakespeare version that I got. And when you open it up, you'll see like one side is all of the Shakespeare and the other side is all in modern translation. That is the one we're going to be using online next week. So I do have links available for you with audio, but I know if you want to be able to be handwriting or taking notes in your own book. Remember, I said that one's about $5 on Amazon, and you should get it in like 2 days, depending upon your account. But you don't have to buy it. Just want to make that clear. All right. So yesterday I asked that you go through samples D and E and score. And so today in our breakout rooms, we're going to talk about how we did. So here is the scoring commentary for both. And so as you went through the essays yesterday, hopefully you decided that sample D was the higher of the two. But I do want to talk about these two samples in particular because one is a 4 and the other is a 3. I had some people thinking that this was a 6 or this was a 5, and that's close. But the overwhelming majority of us scored a little bit higher than we should have. So I think it's really important that you go back and you look at why this would have earned a 3 and why it did not earn the sophistication point. Remember, that sophistication point is extremely rare. It is not something that you can just write more and get it, okay? You have to show how the argument's nuanced, right? It's complex. There are multiple ways in which it could go. There are limitations, there are consequences. And then in sample E, some of you said it earned a 2 because it didn't use at least 3 sources, but it did, just because it didn't necessarily put one of them in parentheses. It did reference a third source, but it was overly simplified. And if you look at what a 2 entails, 2 means you still use all 3, but they were pretty much mostly summarized and not really put in context. And again, not earning that 1 as well. But both did earn the thesis statement point. So after we talk about that in our breakout rooms today, we're just going to talk about how close we were, maybe where we got a little caught up in the rubric, but we are going to take this sample 6 today and we're going to color code it very much like we've done in the past. So samples D and E were a score 4 and a score 3, which are on the borderline of earning credit on the exam. So I think it's really important that you spend time looking at that. Now we're going to look at a score 6 today, and we're going to color code it very much like we did with the monuments examples. So your thesis and claims are going to be in yellow. All of the lead-ins or any sort of contextualization, we're going to put in green. The specific evidence or quotes themselves need to be in pink. Then the actual citations are in red. And then, of course, the commentary is in blue. And if you're confused at what any of these things mean, please note that parenthetical information to help clarify exactly what you should be looking for. And then I did put the prompt again here for you to remind you what answer this should be referring to. And again, this essay scored a 6, so you really do want to pay attention to that. How did it earn that sophistication point, right? Go back and look at the descriptions in the rubric. So next week on Tuesday, you will have your scores for your own timed writing. So be checking Turnitin.com maybe over the weekend, but for sure on Tuesday you will have your scores. And we'll start conferences again on Tuesday. And then remember, starting Wednesday, we are going to move forward with Macbeth, okay? So if you have any questions over any of that today or at any time during the weekend, just send me an email and I'll get back to you as soon as I can. All right, have a great Friday, everybody, and I'll see you soon. Take care.